Looking for love in all the wrong places, buscando el amor en todos los lugares equivocados. That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I got to be honest with you guys, when we were putting this one together, I felt the Lord convicting me because there are so many experiences that I've had in my life about this. Growing up, I was a hopeless romantic. I was a kid who would go to his girlfriend's house and play guitar for her, and I was just willing to bring the moon down from the heavens for her. That's who I was. And so we're gonna be talking about that today. I'm here with my buddy Chach. How are you today, Chacho?
Good, man. Same thing, man. Guys, I had major loneliness issues when I was in high school. My sister knows it, all my family knows it, all my friends on Facebook know it. And same thing, you know, when we were going through this topic, I was going through it and I was like, wow, man. Like I had some major issues. They're not daddy issues, but there are some issues. Yeah. But hopefully with this talk, guys, we could, you know, help you pull something out. Maybe some childhood trauma. But hopefully we can help you discover, you know, why we chase love so hard. What is it about us that wants to feel connected? And, you know, we want to have this talk be a positive impact to your love life.
There we go. Without further ado, let's get into the icebreaker. What do we got for today, Chach?
Okay, so the icebreaker is, I was gonna say it's for Camilo.
Okay.
Who was the first person you ever had a crush on and what made them attracted to you? You guys in the chat there. Who was the first person you ever had a crush on and what made them be attracted to you?
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
So for me, the one that comes to mind was when I was very young. I remember I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
I know. I told you.
I don't even remember that far.
I was a hopeless romantic from as long as I can remember. You know, I even had like little crushes in preschool that I remember, you know?
Oh, wow.
But there was this little girl named Ellen. Ellen, if you're out there, I don't know. Maybe you're listening, maybe you're not. But she was this little girl. She was this nerdy little girl who was so sweet. And we were both like in the GATE program together. So she was super smart, which I loved. And here's a funny little story. She was super into Harry Potter. And I was so desperate for something to talk about with her that I started reading all the Harry Potter books. Just so we could nerd out together. I even went as far as printing a list of all the little spells and stuff and be like, oh, look at this. And like, I brought her a copy and she was like, oh my gosh, thank you.
That's cringe, dude.
Oh my God. Cringe is just the start of it.
Oh, right?
No. Cuando yo era joven, solamente los 8 años, en el 3er grado, ¿no? Yo, a esa niña, todo lo que le interesaba a ella, yo quería aprender para poder hablar con ella.
Yeah.
No, ella le gustaba Harry Potter. I liked Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
But I mean, I think that speaks to, and I know I'm not the only one. I think that speaks to our desire to feel seen, to feel connected, right? And some of us maybe like discover that desire at a younger age and start chasing for it, like I did.
Yeah.
For some of us, maybe we're a little bit more secure or what have you. There's could be a lot of reasons why they chase it at a certain time or not.
Yeah.
Right? But that was it for me. Chach.
Ellen, you said?
Her name was Ellen.
Ellen.
Yes. Shortly after, this other girl named Allison that I was and I had a big crush on too. So I was always crushing. I was always crushing on these girls.
That's funny, man.
You know what's funny too? And now I have a son. He's 3.5 years old. And even in him, I've seen like little interactions on the playground where I can see that he's like trying to act a little bit cool for the girls.
What?
And so it's like, you know what? This kind of stuff, like, it starts at a young age. It's you know, we all have that desire from a very young age.
Gosh,
you know?
dude. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Y no solo eso, también puedo detectar ahora en mi hijo, que solamente tiene 3 años y medio, que también cuando él está jugando con las niñas en el parque, no sé qué, de repente les agarra la mano, de repente les empieza a coquetear un poquito.
Romántico.
Es romántico, mi niño, gracias a Dios.
Oh my gosh.
Y sí, se nota que estas inclinaciones, esos instintos, vienen de muy pequeños. We're all looking for love at a very young age.
I would say because, like, we're social creatures, right? Like we're naturally lonely, right? You know, if you ask me, who was my first crush? My wife. I've always loved my wife. You know, God knew she was made for me.
Yeah.
But my parents, they would make fun of me. Que yo siempre le preguntaba a mi mamá, like, Ma, ya cásanos con, se llama Belindón. Belinda, I'm sorry. you already know this, and I'm sorry to your husband. My wife already knows this. My parents used to make fun of me because I always wanted to, like, supposedly get married. I was like, dude, I was like 7 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And I was already like dead set. Mom, cásame con Belindón, you know?
Yeah.
And they would always make fun of me, and then I kind of grew out of that stage. But then I, like, that loneliness always affected me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I always needed to have a girlfriend for some reason. You know what I mean? And I had no idea even how to like treat a girlfriend. I remember one time, my wife knows this, everybody, okay? I remember one time I had a girlfriend for like over a year, bro. We sat on the bus one time. That was like the most, you know, craziest thing we ever did was we sat on the bus and held hands together one time. You know, I mean, after that, it was whatever, but I had no idea what it was.
Right.
I don't know, I had that like, is it yearn?
Yeah.
To like, I don't know, be loved maybe?
Yeah.
Who knows, man? What do you think?
There's something about that I relate to so much. And when I was younger, as I reflect back, now, I realized that my desire to be with someone came from how I wanted to be perceived. I wanted everyone else to know that, hey, somebody chose me.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
What?
It gave me confidence to know that, hey, if I have this beautiful girlfriend and she chose me, then everyone else can see that someone sees value in me.
Interesting.
Right? I didn't think about it that way back then, but that's, as I reflect on it, that's how I can think of it.
Yeah.
No, like, and okay, cuando yo era joven, ahora que me pongo a reflexionar en eso, me puedo dar cuenta que yo siempre, lo que me gustaba más era el hecho de que alguien me estaba escogiendo a mí.
Wow.
It was a very selfish love.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was a very selfish underlying desire, right? Me da mucha confianza tener una novia muy linda, que la gente me viera con una novia linda. Eso para mí era más importante.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
unfortunately.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, yo cuando agarraba novias, like, claro, tenían que ser bonitas, right?
Sure.
Pero muchas veces agarrábamos novias y simplemente porque era nueva en la escuela.
Right.
And I was very, not popular for that, but tenía la costumbre.
Tenías mala fama.
Yeah, mala fama de que si vino una muchacha nueva a la escuela, guess who's gonna try to date her, you know?
Yeah.
And like,
And I mean, you come from a little bit of a smaller town.
super small town,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But the thing is, I had no game. I have no idea how I would even get these girls. Dude, like, yo era pequeño cuando estaba en la high school.
Okay.
Freshman year, 5'1", 125 pounds. Bro.
Soaking wet.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And so, like, you know, simpático, who knows? My mom would say I was handsome. My mom still says I'm handsome. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have no idea what it was that I needed to have a girl. Every season in sport, let's say we were in baseball, right? Or football or basketball. Like somehow I would end up with a different girlfriend. And mind you, they'd usually break up with me. Like it wasn't that I was dumping them.
Same.
They were usually breaking up with me, you know?
Yeah.
So there's just like this human desire to have a girlfriend, right? Like I don't know if it's like a status thing, you know?
I think so, definitely.
So if I had to talk to my nephew, right? If I needed to tell Josiah.
How old is your nephew?
He's 18 years old.
Okay.
And I think right now he's in a relationship.
Okay.
So, you know, if I had to tell him, hey, Josiah, you know, I mean, Adam was sleeping when God gave him Eve. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we call him Tootie. I don't think you'll like me calling him Tootie on the internet.
It's out there.
Yeah, okay. Josiah. You know, when you're looking for somebody, like you have to be in a position where you're ready for it. You know, you have to be emotionally mature.
Sure.
Right? You have to not ready like financially per se, But in our culture, like as Mexicans or Latinos,
Sure.
Josiah, like, you know, have enough money to, you know, take her out to eat, man.
To
like
court someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to court somebody, you know? And that's kind of where like, when I used to date or whatever, my dad would tell that to me all the time. Ni tienes dinero para comprarte comida a ti mismo. Like, ¿cómo vas a andar teniendo una novia, you know? And it was like, what are you talking about? I never really understood it until I got a little older, you know?
No, of course.
But, you know, when it comes to like, you know, looking for love in all around places, like chasing, bro, the act of chasing is already wrong.
Yes.
Like, what are you out there looking for? You don't have your life, like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah, and not to say that you need to have your whole life together before you can try to meet someone.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's another extreme that people fall into.
Yeah.
That's also unhealthy.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that where people are like, I'm in a season of my life where God is like building me up, and they just close themselves entirely to the possibility of a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
And so there's a balance there, right? Of being open to what God has for you, but also being in a state of preparation.
Yeah.
Right? I think about this Adam analogy.
Yeah.
And I've also heard it explained like this, that God gave Adam work before he gave him a wife.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a priority to the thing and this is like, I'm speaking to the young men here, right? There's a priority that God gives us, right? God gave Adam work. He gave him his purpose first before finding a wife, meaning that our purpose is not to find our wives.
Yep.
He gave Eve as a helper, right? God's mission for our lives is much bigger than our relationships.
Yeah.
And our relationships should serve to further edify that mission.
Yeah.
Right? So that is something that for me, I'm barely coming to terms with at this point in my life. I'm 30 years old, right? And so with that being said, you know, we're going to be talking about some more things here. Stay tuned, and we're really, really excited to keep diving into this. Vamos a continuar hablando de estas cosas en más detalle, y entonces quédese en sintonía. Ahorita que nos vemos. Where do we look for love today? ¿Dónde estamos buscando el amor hoy en día? That is the question before us. Es la pregunta frente a nosotros para preguntar y responder. Okay, what do you think, Chach? Where do you think people are looking for love today?
Okay, so depending on who you're talking to, let's say teenagers, a lot of it's social media.
Okay, yes.
They'll slide into DMs. I've recorded just messing around with my friends, well, my young teen friends, them like sliding into DMs and
Caught him in the act.
and I'll see the girl like sitting, you know, not too far away, and I'm like, bruh. So yeah, definitely social media. You know, like you start changing the demographic. I guess si estás un poquito más viejo, yo diría como en las cantinas.
Sure. As the prophet Ed Sheeran said in one of his songs, the club isn't a good place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go, right?
Yeah.
No, and it speaks to the fact that in our culture, all the things we do, the partying, the clubs, the bars, all of it is to find love. At the end of the day, why do people go to these things?
Yeah. No, yeah, yo diría que, like, mujeres son la motivación de like los hombres, varoncitos, lo que sea, en casi todo, hasta el dinero.
Right.
You know? También el gimnasio.
Puede ser.
Right? Hay jovencitos que, según ellos, quieren hacerse muy fuertes. Yo conozco unos mecánicos por ahí que van al gimnasio juntos, pero yo sé qué están haciendo ahí. Yo los conozco. Entonces, you know, en el gimnasio, like, y me imagino que ni siquiera les hablan, dude. Siempre, I don't know, nomás no,
they have their headphones on.
Que se miren bonitos. Yeah. Pero también, like, you know, en el boliche, right? When they go bowling, like, all these different social areas that they, like, meet people in. But usually, it's like well, let me get your Instagram or let me get your Snap,
Yeah.
right? Because ya como que se ha ido el tiempo donde tienes que de veras, like, you know, ser romántico, right? Hablar, you know, cara a cara, right? I mean, have you noticed that shift or no?
Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely. You see kids nowadays far more open to just approaching people online. Okay, the obvious one, right? Tinder.
Oh, yeah.
Hinge. And even Christian ones, like there's
Christian Mingle, I think.
There's Christian Mingle, which
Yeah.
is like the popular one. There's also another one called Upward, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, hermanos, sean valientes. Pónganse los pantalones, you know? Yeah, it was, I mean, no tiene nada de mal, right?
Sure.
Like andar buscando en la iglesia, whatever.
Yeah.
But cuando estamos hablando, le estamos hablando a los jóvenes diciendo like, hey, you're looking for love in all the wrong places. All those different areas, the possibility that you're gonna get a God-fearing woman, someone, like let's say outside of the Christian life, right?
Sure.
Someone that's gonna give you peace, okay? Let's say if I ask my youth, hey, does this person bring you closer to God or do they bring more confusion to your life? Right? Okay, let's say you're not super convicted, all right? Does this girl es una tóxica o te da paz? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, is not full of drama? You know?
Right.
And those questions, like, ni creo que saben contestar esa pregunta.
yeah.
Like, you know, hasta hay como una moda de que tienes que hallarte una tóxica, you know? I seen people put it on the back of their truck, dude. Like, you know, estoy con una tóxica or something. You're like, what, dude?
It's true. It's true. For some reason, that part has been glorified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I don't know. Para mí, you know, hay que decir, si yo le tuviera que decir a mis mecánicos, whatever, yo les dije lo mismo.
Yeah.
You know, una mujer could either build you or break you.
Oof.
The Bible says iron sharpens iron, you know? And so this girl is either gonna build you if you have ambition and a career. She's either gonna, like, you know, help you get to where you wanna go, or she's just gonna fill your life with drama.
Yes.
You know, yo tengo unos amigos que, man, por la pura gracia de Dios, su hijo, que tiene 18 años, acaba de dejar la tóxica. He just left her, right?
That's a victory.
Dude, 2 years, bro. 2 years they were together and just drama filled. This girl was drama filled. And the dad would, like, you know, mijo, like this and that. Like, she's full of drama. She's a psycho. She's a stalker. You know, like all kinds of stuff. Y no, me imagino que le gustaba la atención. No sé.
Sure.
Like, what do you think? What do you think attracts young men to tóxicas, dude?
Okay, this is the part where it's gonna get a little personal, so I want to be careful, right? But from my experience, when I've been in those toxic relationships, the reason I didn't want to leave was for the things I was telling you earlier. It was because I was more concerned about my image, right? I was with a beautiful girl, and so I liked that people could see that I was with a beautiful girl, regardless of how she was treating me, regardless of how my inner life was with her, right? So that was hard for me to let go, ¿no? Para mí era cuestión de la imagen que yo quería mantener, ¿no? Y esa fue la parte para mí más difícil de navegar, ¿no? Porque ya cuando esas relaciones se rompieron, entonces para mí fue muy difícil recrear esa identidad, ¿no? Una identidad en la cual yo podía tener confianza, right? I had to get a new source of confidence, right? So,
well, also, you know, when you're with somebody that's toxic, hay que decir los dos tenemos trauma, right? Hay que decir ella tiene problemas de you know, daddy issues.
Sure.
She's got daddy issues. Well, guess what? I have savior complex issues.
Oh, yes.
¿Me entiendes? Like,
I relate to that a lot.
You know, like, okay, you know, I was dating this girl in high school. She shouldn't have had daddy issues, you know, but she had daddy issues for some reason. And so the whole time, the only reason why we would stay together and it worked es porque yo tenía problemas de que yo quería, you know, salvarle a alguien.
Yes,
you know? I wanted to be the hero. Yo quería ser el héroe, you know?
Yes.
Y ella tenía problemas. Aquí está mi proyecto, you know?
Yes.
And so my trauma bonded with her trauma, and now we were two toxic people. And you know, that's what
Háblame, señor.
Yeah, and that's what I tell my youth. I tell them, like, hey, if she has problems, it's not a big deal. You know, like, everyone has problems, whatever.
Right.
But that's not the source of your bonding. Don't let that be the source of your bonding.
Right.
If she has daddy issues and you have savior complex, you know, that's a really bad mix, man.
I've never heard someone explain trauma bonding as well as you did now.
Bro.
That's the best explanation, the best example I've heard.
Yeah. Well, take it from somebody that was with a toxica for a while.
Yeah, sure.
But, you know, like, thank God I saw that I couldn't fix this girl. I couldn't fix her. And you know, my mom was right. My best friend was right. Like, everybody was right. Everybody was telling me the same thing, you know? It's, you guys are great people. You guys are individually, you're great people, you know? But together, you don't mix.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if we're great people, then we have to make it work then, you know? We have to make it work. No. Her sister's good friends with me. She was like, dude, you guys are great people. Like by yourselves, great people.
Yeah.
You both have different trauma that, you know, it's not blending right.
Yes.
And like, para decir a mis jóvenes, like, si no saben que que no están mezclando bien, right? Si no están mirando, hale caso a tus padres.
Yeah.
Or listen to me, right? Listen to people that have already been through it, man.
True.
I lost my senior year over it, you know? And again, like, it's, you know, these people, these girls, these boys, you know, like I said, it's not that we're never going to be happy, you know, nunca vamos a llegar a un punto donde nos vamos a casar, nothing like that. It's just, there's a bad mix, dude.
Yeah.
You know, God hand formed, let's say, Eva.
Yes.
He hand formed her, dude. Specifically made her, crafted her for Adam.
Right.
And so the person that is supposed to be with you, you know, God's working on that. There's really no need to chase anything. You know, let that girl, you know, be introduced into your life.
Right.
Stop looking for her, sliding into DMs, you know? And the crazy thing is, you know, we're over here having this, like, false expectation, right? I mean, on social media, I can see let's say you spend too much time on a screen, right? Y de repente, Dios es mi testigo. De repente, todas las fotos de tu Instagram, lo que sea, freaking viejas medias encueradas. You're like, what the heck happened here, dude?
Right. Yeah.
Right? And so, ¿qué le está pasando a la juventud? Los varoncitos. Piensan que alguien que es atractivo, right? Que piensa que la muchacha tiene que vestirse así, se tiene que mirar así.
Yeah.
Y luego se mete en una relación.
Yeah.
You know, los daños de la pornografía, right?
Yeah.
Like, ellos piensan, hay una expectativa que piensan que lo tenemos que hacer así, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And like, social media, I would feel like social media is just corrupting, you know, pornography is corrupting, just poisoning the youth's mind of today.
Yes, I would say so too. And to touch on that point a little bit more, I would say, like, that is something that has disproportionately affected young men.
Yeah.
You know, eso es algo que le ha afectado a los varones de hoy en día de una manera muy horrible. La pornografía. No, I think anybody in our generation, everybody can testify to having some struggle with that. You know.
Yeah.
I remember being just 11 years old. 11 años, and people started teaching me about that. Yeah. Why?
It's an epidemic, dude.
It is.
For sure.
And so we see even in that, you know, we're looking for love in all these wrong places.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many different places that hijack that emotional system of wanting to love, of wanting to connect, of wanting to feel seen. So what we're going to talk about next, lo que vamos a seguir hablando, es ahora el otro lado. ¿Cómo podemos identificar una relación sana? ¿No? How do we cultivate that? ¿Cómo lo podemos cultivar? Quédense en sintonía. Stay tuned, guys. We have a really, really special story for you guys from a different perspective here. So we hope that it can be valuable for you.
Yeah.
Real life, real faith, real fun.
Welcome back, bienvenidos todos de nuevo to Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places, buscando en el amor en todos los lugares equivocados. For this segment, we're really excited to bring it to you guys because we're here with a very special guest who is actually not a guest. He's part of the family here. We have Evid, who normally is behind the camera making all the magic happen, but he came today with a very important perspective and bringing the insight of a parent. Hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial, Ever, que normalmente está detrás de las cámaras haciendo todo esto posible, pero hoy él nos trae una perspectiva muy importante, la perspectiva de un padre. Ever, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here and be able to tell, the youth, especially the ones that are looking for love, what a healthy relationship could be.
Yeah, youth y yo también. Yo tengo una hija de 5 años y otra hija de 6 meses. So, los consejos que nos vas a dar ahorita, yo lo voy a andar escribiendo aquí.
Y también, yo también soy un padre, pero de un hijo de solamente 3 años y medio. How many kids do you have?
I have two. I have a son who's 25 and a daughter who's 21.
Okay.
Desafortunadamente, en el año 2012 me divorcié, pero siempre quise tener una buena relación con mis 2 hijos, especialmente con mi hija, porque right after we got divorced in 2012, we established that she will come and stay with me. She was 8, that she will come and stay with me every other weekend. And we did it until she turned probably 17, 18, because he had too much sports over the weekend. So she couldn't come and stay with me, but we established a day a week that we're going to have a date, which is every Thursday. Regardless, every Thursday we have a date. We go out, we have dinner, we hang out. Pero nosotros, cuando yo tenía un amigo que también había tenido la experiencia de que se había divorciado y me dijo, ¿cómo es tu relación con tu hija? Y él me dio un consejo a mí. This is like 10 years ago. Yeah. Me dice, cuando vayas a ver a tu hija, ve como que vas a ir a ver a tu novia, me dice. Cómprale flores, you go pick her up, you open the door for her, you bring her a gift, you treat her like a gentleman.
Wow.
He always, and I always remember that. And I did it. I did it for a long time. And we always had with my ex-wife, we always had this discussion talking about, she used to tell me, I'm afraid that Madison, which is my daughter, she is too noble. She's gonna fall in love with whoever comes along the way, and this and that. But we were surprised. Last year, she had her first boyfriend, and she was 20. Okay. And it happens that my son is very protective. He's more jealous than I am.
Okay. Your son is older than your daughter.
Yeah, he's older, but he is very protective, but he loves his sister. So when this guy came along the way, she told me first, and me dice, no le vas a decir nada, Mark. He doesn't know. I'm going to find the right moment to tell him, to let him know that I have a boyfriend. Yeah. Bueno, lo conoció, mi hijo ya lo escaneó, lo estudió y comenzaron a salir. Pero mi hijo, afortunadamente, es muy caballeroso. He's a gentleman. He's very, polite. He treats women the same way he saw me treating his mom. Entonces, he knows. So one day, my daughter, we were going to go out somewhere. I was going to meet this guy. They were together for like 3 months or 4 months. And we were going to go somewhere. And my son texted me, he said, hey, Dad, don't worry about it. I was going to buy tickets to a festival. He said, don't buy tickets for this guy. Madison just finished with this guy. Oh, wow. But she will tell you. Entonces digo, ¿qué habrá pasado? Bueno, ya llegó el día que me junté con ella y ya me contó y le digo, ¿qué pasó? Me dijo, no, el muchacho no era lo que yo quería. He wasn't the right guy, bla, bla. Pero no me contó exactamente por qué habían terminado.
Yeah.
Entonces, lo interesante es que en otra ocasión estábamos con amigos que la conocen y le preguntaron, hey, Maddie, what happened to your boyfriend? Oh, no, we're done. And then she told the real story, what happened. She says that one day he came to pick her up to go on a date.
Yeah.
Entonces, él llegó, se estacionó en el driveway de la casa y le comenzó a bocinar. He was honking
Oh, the audacity.
And my daughter was used to that. Every time I come to pick her up, I park the car, get out of the. If I buy her like little teddy bear, little things, I don't bring her a present every time, but I did most of the time. Entonces yo toco la puerta, she comes out, I hug her, I go after her, I open the door for her. No, this guy was honking. And my son noticed that.
Wow.
And then and my son and my daughter came out, and the guy just was standing right next to the driver's side, just standing outside, waiting for her. Ella salió así, and my son saw that y se molestó. Y saca la cabeza de mi hijo y le dice, hey, you should at least open the door for her.
Wow.
Le dijo. Y él no oyó muy bien. Le dice, ¿qué dijo tu hermano? No es importante. Pero mi hija sí.
Yeah.
Entonces me dijo, entonces, y me sorprendió cuando ya me dijo la razón por la que había terminado con él. Me dijo, there was too much drama with him. I wanted to date a man, not a kid.
Ooh.
Me dijo, dijo, too much drama. And also, he wasn't a gentleman.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And my son told me después, oh, I'm really proud of Maddie. Me dice su hermano. So, I guess, however we treat our kids, ese consejo de mi amigo se lo doy yo a todos los padres que tienen hijos, especialmente adolescentes, o que tienen hijas, en el caso de un papá con una hija, que la traten como si fuera su novia, que la traten con amor, para que cuando el momento llegue de que ellas empiecen a salir con un muchacho, ellas se den cuenta la diferencia. Un muchacho que no las trate bien, que las trate mal, entonces ellas van a saber escoger a alguien. Y lo que ocurre exactamente con muchachas que tal vez no tienen a un padre, entonces ellas a veces buscan el amor de un muchacho que les hace falta como un papá. Pero en ese caso, los que tienen hijas, es mejor que nosotros le pongamos atención a ellas para que ellas sepan escoger al muchacho.
Introducirlos, hay que decir, a un amor sano, right? Introduce them to like what a healthy love is supposed to look like.
Yes.
Right? Pues yo también tuve buen ejemplo de mis papás. Mi papá era bien romántico, whatever. Mi mamá decía que no le gustaban las rosas, pero, you know, my dad was a romantic. You know, él la besaba enfrente de nosotros, le daba sus abrazos y todo eso. Pero que yo tenía la excusa de decir, no, pues yo no sé, I don't know what healthy love looks like. I was never able to make that assumption, you know?
Right.
And so, you know, I would give that advice to the youth. You guys see couples, man. You see those exemplar couples at church, your uncles, maybe your parents, you know, I'll pray for you, but if your parents aren't super lovey-dovey, if you think that their love isn't as healthy as you'd want it to be, look elsewhere. Look for that healthy relationship where there's no drama. You know, when they do have arguments, which arguments are normal.
Right.
When they do have arguments, like, saben cómo comunicarse. No se están rompiendo las greñas, no se están, you know, jalando las orejas. It's just a very healthy, you know, conversation amongst two adults, you know. Y pues, en el caso de tu hija, de que ella miró cómo deberían de tratarla, right? Esos ejemplos los deberíamos de, you know, dar, y también los jóvenes, like, mirar qué está pasando, you know. Your son, nunca le abrieron la puerta a él, pero él agarró ese ejemplo, right? Él miró ese ejemplo, and he was able to be like, this is how you're supposed to treat a woman, right? So for our youth of today, like, I mean, where are they getting their examples from?
Right.
Right? Who are they trying to mirror? You know what I mean?
Imitate.
Imitate. Yeah, exactly. Pues es el peligro ahorita. You know, you have all kinds of toxic. You have celebrities that have gotten married like 7 times, 6 times. Right. You know.
Right.
And you know, not that separation isn't healthy, because sometimes that's what needs to happen. You know.
Sure.
But at the same time, no tenemos buenos modelos. Right. Right? On social media, like, you know, even social media. Did you ever follow that girl? They were both super tall people. And they interviewed each other, and then they got together, and like everybody followed along with their relationship, and then they broke up, and it just like, I feel like anything on social media that's superficial no va a tener nada de hay que decir, like tiempo, no va a vivir mucho tiempo.
Yeah, it's not gonna. That wisdom is not gonna transcend.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
You know what I love about your story, Evid, and you touched on this a little bit. Es que el ejemplo de un padre que puede establecer ese standard. No, the example of a strong father figure in someone's life who can establish that standard is not just for his daughters, but also for his sons.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking a little bit earlier, and you mentioned that, you know, when you surround your children with gentlemen, right, who act like gentlemen, then your sons will also get that example of learning how to treat other women. You know, the Bible says that women are like fragile vases, right? And to treat them with like as delicate as they are. And so I think it's so important to have those examples, because clearly they're going to affect the relationships they have in the future, and the families that they have in the future.
Yeah.
So it's transcendent, it's powerful. Evid, thank you so much for this story. I pray that it was impactful for you guys. I know that it was very important for me too.
Yeah, definitely. I have, like I said, I have daughters, and that advice of, like, you know, treat them like as if they were I'm courting them. 100%, I'm gonna try my best de darle un ejemplo,
right.
You know? Y pues igual, amar a mi esposa, like, en una manera donde ellas puedan mirar, you know, un buen ejemplo.
Yeah.
So for the youth, man, dude, you know, love isn't manipulation. Love is someone that takes responsibility. Look for those healthy relationships, you know, and if that stuff isn't happening to you right now, then you might not be in the right place, you know? You're probably not looking for love in the right place. So
stay tuned, guys. We're going to be back with our next segment very soon. Quédense en sintonía. Vamos a seguir hablando de esto.
Real life, real faith, real fun. This is the spot where it all gets done.
All right, we're gonna play a little game that I know that all of you guys are familiar with. It's Never Have I Ever. Vamos a hacer una dinámica que yo sé que muchos la conocen, es Nunca Nunca. So, first question.
Never have I ever confused attention with love. Yo nunca confundí atención con amor.
oh man.
Okay.
Never have I ever went back to my ex, thinking it would finally work out. Yo nunca volví con mi ex, pensando que ahora sí iba a funcionar.
Oh my God, dude.
Okay.
They're looking through my MySpace, bro.
Never have I ever stalked someone I knew wasn't right for me. Yo nunca stalkeé a alguien que sabía que no me convenía.
Man, también, dude, puras tóxicas. What is up with this?
Wait, hold on. The question was stalk? Okay, yes.
Yeah, dude. Like, somos tóxicos.
Yeah. Okay.
Never have I ever waited for someone to fill the void that only God can fill. Yo nunca esperé que alguien llenara el vacío que solo Dios puede llenar.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never have I ever looked for love on social media more than in prayer. Yo nunca busqué el amor en redes sociales más que en la oración.
Oh. Okay, we're millennials. So, you know, if you were sliding in people's DMs on MySpace, actually, no, you're not on
MySpace.
yeah.
MySpace, yeah.
Okay, me a little bit, but not so much. Not so much. I my dating life stopped like at 20. No, I was like 18.
That's a blessing,
19.
to
Yeah.
be honest.
So I didn't really have to do anything crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never have I ever confused chemistry or physical attraction with purpose. Yo nunca confundí química o atracción física con propósito.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's it for me. I was always chasing the chemistry. No? So now, obviously, Chacho and I raised our hands for a lot of these here. We want to find out from you guys. Queremos saber de ustedes si se conectan con alguna de estas cosas. Never have I ever. Put it in the comments, guys. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, no, me imagino que no nomás nosotros somos tóxicos, ¿ok?
Yes, right.
O nos hemos juntado con tóxicas.
I know. All right. Now we're gonna do another little game here. Vamos a hacer otra dinámica aquí. One of the things that I use a lot in my day-to-day life is ChatGPT.
Me too.
Okay.
All my mechanics do too.
Okay, right. So I use it for everything. And if you go through my history, I have like hundreds of chats open.
Wow.
About.
So you're just killing the environment?
Oh, I know it's bad, but okay. I use it for work. I'll even just like use it for dating or stuff like that. I play around with it a lot. I bounce my thoughts off of it a lot.
Yeah.
So we asked Chat specifically for me. I said, Chat, I wanted it to analyze all of the things that we've ever talked about. And I said, why does Camilo chase love so hard? Why do I chase love so hard? So we asked Chat the question. I have not read the answers. Okay. Lo que hicimos aquí fue que le preguntamos a Chat, ¿por qué Camilo busca el amor tan intensamente? No he leído las preguntas. I haven't read the answers. So I'm going to hand the phone over to Chacho just to see what Chat says about me. And maybe you can relate to it. Si es algo con lo cual tú te conectas, queremos saber.
Okay. Y acuérdense que yo conozco a Camilo también.
Yeah,
right?
Chacho knows me very well.
So, a ver qué tanto ChatGPT anda poniéndole atención a este guy también. Dice, from what you've shared over time about your divorce, dating, your faith, your work, and the way you reflect on things, it seems like your chase for love isn't shallow at all.
Okay.
Good man. You don't come across as somebody who's desperate for attention. You come across someone who longs for connection that feels purposeful and safe. Yo también puedo decir que eres alguien, like, te gusta la profundidad, like you say, like, te gusta una conexión, hay que decir real, genuina, right?
Yes.
Y puedes decir que you're not shallow. I don't even know how to say it in Spanish. How do you say shallow in Spanish?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Tell me in the comments.
Okay.
So aquí va. You value depth. You've been burned by inconsistency.
Okay.
Super true.
Okay.
You've mentioned wanting real emotional connection, faith-based, grounded, loyal. When that's your standard surface level relationships leave you feeling unseen. Isn't that crazy? So we were just talking about it on the way over here.
Yeah.
Anything on the surface, you feel like, well, they haven't gotten to know me good, right?
Right.
Y a veces así están nuestros perfiles on Instagram, right? Donde queremos compartir todo, queremos presumir todo, right? Because that's how I am too. I'm like, I look at my Instagram profile and I'm like, man, I have like, my Mustang on there. I had when I first bought my truck, when I won arm wrestling competitions, like all these vain things where I thought like, oh, see me,
Yeah.
And just so you know, youth, the only person that truly knows you and that will appreciate you and that will value you is Jesus.
Amen.
Okay?
Yes.
And a woman or a girl that has the maturity, right? The emotional maturity to see past your flaws. Okay? She's not a toxica trying to point out or remember every bad thing that you did.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you had a girlfriend that had immaculate memory, right? I mean, remembered everything bad, everything wrong that you did, right?
Yeah.
You have a big heart, but it's also protective. I've noticed that when you care, you really care, you invest emotionally and spiritually. You crave love that aligns with your faith. A lot of your reflections tie back to your purpose, God, redemption, and grace. And then you're in a rebuilding stage. Chat, you are a stalker of of top tier, man. Top tier stalker for sure.
Okay, this is something that we want you guys to do this week. Okay? If you use Chat, if you use Chat and Chat, you would say Chat maybe knows you, right? You've shared some things with it. Ask it the same thing and share with us in the comments. Chat, why do I chase love so hard? Analyze me, ask it to go through your Instagram, through your social media, and it'll do it.
Chat's capable.
Yeah. And then tell us in the comments, hey, what does Chat say about you and why you chase love? We'd love to find out.
Maybe Chat's gonna point out some issues or trauma you got in there,
Yeah.
Maybe you got some daddy issues you never knew, But I mean, at the end of the day, with this whole segment, man, we've been wanting to help you not to look for love in the wrong places, right? We wanted to show you the places that actually are the youth of today are looking for. And then what actually good love looks like, right? Healthy love, right? Nos dio un buen ejemplo, un padre que tiene una hija y hasta su hijo, pudo mirar cómo se debe de mirar una relación sana, right?
Yeah.
So for you youth, like look around you, man. There's plenty of healthy relationships out there that you can mirror, right? And there's a lot of, let's say you don't have healthy relationships around you. There's plenty of relationships to say, that is not what I want.
Yes.
Right? I
Exactly.
mean, you have a big learning curve now yourself too.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I would say too, también diría que en la Biblia tenemos muchos ejemplos de matrimonios, de parejas. The Bible gives us many examples of relationships of couples who have tried to do things their own way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so there's many examples of relationships that are healthy that we can take inspiration from.
Yeah.
And many examples that we can see that God was not in the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And how that
Abraham and Sarah, for sure.
Exactly. That's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. We pray that this was impactful for you. We're going to keep talking about this, right? Today we wanted to explore things from, maybe from an angle of singleness, right? But we wanted to keep talking about this in the next episode. We're going to be talking about how you actually navigate those relationships with wisdom, with purity, with God's love at the center of it all. Mm-hmm. So, Chach, thank you so much for being here today, for sharing all of this with us. Muchas gracias por escuchar hoy y estando en sintonía con nosotros. Esperemos que esto haya sido de bendición para ustedes y queremos saber si esto es algo que para ustedes les impactó. Comparten con nosotros cuáles fueron las cosas que les habló más a ustedes, a sus corazones. Ahora, esto es algo que nosotros queremos que ustedes también hagan. Si ustedes usan ChatGPT o inteligencia artificial bastante y pueden decir que a lo mejor lo conocen bien, háganle la misma pregunta. Díganle que le analicen todos sus perfiles sociales y que te diga por qué yo estoy buscando el amor y dónde lo estoy buscando. A lo mejor te pueda llegar a dar algo profundo, que no has pensado antes, right?
Hasta los padres, pregúntale a tus padres.
Right.
Me imagino que tus papás van a decirte, por qué buscas algo. Pero estamos en una época donde, decimos, no, pues nosotros tenemos más inteligencia que nuestros padres, right? Hay un dicho, dice, los jóvenes tienen mucha inteligencia, nada sabiduría, right? Youth are very smart, they're intelligent, but they lack wisdom,
right?
So, I mean, take a step out of your comfort zone. Ask a good friend of yours, ask your parents, if you don't use chat, because I had to introduce somebody to ChatGPT last weekend.
Right.
If you don't use chat, it's okay. Ask your parents, ask your friends, hey man, am I in a toxic relationship? And they will tell you,
Tell us what they
Pregúntales,
say.
yeah.
Real life, real faith, real fun. This is the spot where it all gets done.